What up? Austin the Tech Bot up. Yes, people. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Gunner Fan TV. Bop, 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 bop. Bullet, bullet. You done know. We got the 3 points today, people. You know what I'm saying? North London Derby, done and dusted, y'all. Yo, we need the 3 points. We got 3 points. By no means necessary. And I mean, no means necessary. It was a pretty win. I ain't like it. It didn't look pretty at all. But sometimes you got to win it by any means necessary. And we did it. And we got 3 points. And that's what we needed, right? Now we're only 4 points behind Liverpool. Liverpool still has a match in hand. But they have to win that game. All right? So we're putting pressure. We're applying pressure. And that's what it's all about. All right? We're not going to let them run away with it. And that's all we're talking about. We don't want Liverpool to run away with this title. Put some pressure. They have a derby themselves for that game coming up, that game in hand. And Everton just had a new coach, right? Moles is back, right? So that new coach bounce, I could be pressure, man. That could be pressure for Liverpool. All right. So yes, people, this is what we wanted. Wasn't a great game in my eyes. I mean, you guys can tell me what you think in the comments, but I don't think it was a great game. I don't think we dominated the way we should. I don't think that we were playing free-flowing football. Yes, we controlled the game for most of the parts, but we didn't look like we were dominating the game, right? We didn't look like we had Tottenham on the back foot, even though they were still playing a high line, right? And I felt like we could have done more in that department in pushing them back and allowing them to defend some more because they did have some possession in that game. All right. So whenever a team like that comes to the Emirates, man, we gotta quiet them up. We gotta make sure they stay quiet. You know what I mean? And I felt like they had a little bit of voice, all right, because they had a goal, which is kind of like a deflection, but still they had a goal and they had chances. To be fair, they had chances. All right, but we're not in any run of form right now. So this win definitely will, build some morale and actually help us to kind of regain some type of form moving into the weekend with the game against Aston Villa. But again, people, 3 points, 4 points now behind Liverpool. All right, we're still in the race, but let's not get it twisted, man. We still need a striker, and this is the cry of every Arsenal fan. Everybody out there, and tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm wrong, people. We need a forward. All right. And I don't think Arteta sees that, man. I don't know. He's just being stubborn. He doesn't want fans or everybody else dictating the way he runs his organization, right? Like, he's the head of that team. He's the head of the organization. And if everybody's going to tell you what to do, like, why do we need you? And I feel like that's his mentality. I feel like he has that stubbornness in him because every fan is saying it, he might not do it. You know what I mean? But we do need it. I'm off topic a little bit, but we still do need a striker because a lot of the chances today would have been put away by an out-and-out striker. All right, so we still need that killer instinct up there. And we are making strides in the market. We're making strides in the transfer market to acquire personnel to fill those boots. But we need to be more aggressive in that market, people. And I don't think he's aggressive enough. You shouldn't be waiting. And that's as far as we could tell, right? We're hoping that he's been in the market before the market opened, trying to have deals and talks in getting a striker way before the market actually started, right? So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. But most of the fans, I totally understand if they don't feel the same way. But we do need a striker because we saw today where, some of those chances would have been put away by a striker. But even if we get a striker, and we know this, even if we get a striker, I don't think Arteta is going to change his style of play. Maybe not if he gets a striker in January. I don't think he'll change the way he plays. I think he'll probably revamp everything in the summer. If he gets a striker now, you'll see that style of play change for next season, if that makes sense, right? So I don't think getting a striker now, he's going to change the way the team plays. Again, we're missing our key man, Saka. Like, Saka is not around, so he's an integral part of the way we play also for attacking style of play. So I think bringing a forward in, he won't change his style of play much. Again, I may be wrong. I don't get 15 million a year. Yeah, he does. So still a good win today. 3 points. You could tell the vibe in the Emirates, man. Like it's a North London derby, so you would expect the crowd is going to be electric. The fans were electric today, and I think that also helped in bagging up those 3 points. But again, go to win. My dog, Gabriel, played a great game today. And I'm going to give him my man of the match. You feel me? Yes, he's my man of the match today. He definitely led from the back today. You could tell he was pushing the team forward. You could tell he was calling out all the plays. Hey, pick up here, pick up there, and that's what a leader does, man. Like you don't have to have the captain armband to be a leader, and he was definitely a leader out there today, man. He was he was definitely pointing stuff out. He was definitely leading from the back. He was definitely leading by example also. So big respect to Gabriel. I felt like that goal should have been his. I felt like it was going in anyway, but it did take a deflection off of Solanke, if I'm going to be fair. Everybody else played a part. Um, just going around the entire 11. Saliba played okay. Average game for him today by his standards. He's definitely his average rating throughout a game is 8. Right today, I felt like he was more 6 today, like 6 out of 10. Didn't have a terrible game, but he didn't have the best game either. Gabriel on the other end, definitely. I would give him a 9, man. 9 out of 10. Solid game today. Didn't make much mistakes in the back today. Definitely contributed to the goal, and definitely contributed to us not conceding any more goals. Skelly played very well today also. I'll give him a 7. The only issue I have with Skelly is that, the man cutting too much, bro. You see me? I said the man a cutting. But again, I'm not gonna beat him up too much because I feel like that's how the coach wants him to play. They want him to come inside. But he wasn't even inverting today, so he's not an inverted player. He wasn't, if I'm not mistaken, he wasn't inverting. So I'm not quite sure why he cuts in so much. Maybe because he's a midfielder. By trade, he is a midfielder. So maybe he tends to come inside. And again, maybe Arteta's telling him to come inside. I don't know. But yeah, solid game. I'll give him a 7. On the other side, Timber looks tired, y'all. Yo, tell me if I'm wrong in the comments, man. I feel like Timber looks really tired. Like he's been playing a lot of games. He's been playing a lot of games since he came back from his injury, since the start of the season. And we don't have Ben White. Ben White is out, and typically we would probably rotate that position with him and Ben White. But I feel like he's been overplayed right now. Us playing often too, right? We complain that, hey, why is Arteta playing Party in the right back position? Think about it, man. Like you can't play Timber in every single game, man. He just came back from a very bad injury. All right. So you still have to manage your players in their time, right? You manage the players' time in minutes. And playing Party sometimes in that position, yes, it doesn't make sense when you're seeing it because you want to win. You feel like Party would be better fielded in the midfield, right? But if you look at it on another angle, yeah, like you probably need to rest um uh Timber. You probably need to give him a rest. And resting him doesn't necessarily mean putting him on the bench sometimes, right? Think about it. What Arteta did in one game, he moved him into the center back position, right? That's kind of like that's still a rest because sometimes you do more work as a wing back, going up and down, right, defending and attacking. So yes, he's in the squad. You're like, oh, why are you playing him in defense? If you have him on the field, if he's ready to play, why don't you put him on right back? Why are you using Party? But still, you need him in the squad because you need him in the starting team because you don't have a lot of players to choose from. But you want to give him a rest also. So changing that position sometimes does give that player some type of rest, right? Just moving them around in positions. So as a coach, you got to understand that too. Like that's how coaches think. You know what I'm saying? So moving Timber into the central defensive position, center back position, and moving Party outside, that's also giving him a rest, people. I mean, you got to look at it like that too. Yeah, but nobody wants to see Party playing right back. To be honest, right? You want to see him in the midfield because that's where he gives you his best body of work in the midfield area, and that's where you want to see him. But overall, today the back four was solid. I give Timber a 6. His game was, it wasn't the best, but he was okay. But I really feel like he's tired. Moving into midfield, the midfield three, Partey, Rice, and Odegaard. Starting off with Odegaard, he looked a little bit better today, but he still wasn't at his best. I feel like average when he's on his game, like average, he's like 8. Today, I felt like he was probably like a 6, to be honest, because he did miss a couple of chances. So I give him a 6. Partey, he made a couple mistakes. Nothing too detrimental. He did make a tackle that led to that goal. So yeah, okay game for him. I give him a 6. Rice, listen, man, you put Rice in that position to bring that ball from one end to the next box to box, he'll do a job, right? Just let him play his role and he'll do the job. This is our best midfield three that we have, and when they play together and they're playing their roles, they look okay. And I thought Rice looked good today. I felt like he did the job he was supposed to do. He was winning tackles. He was, putting the foot in, making good passes, moving the ball around, box to box. I think he was pretty good. So I give him a solid 7. Um, yeah, Party today. Yeah, I think I did touch on Party. Gave him a 6. Gave Odegaard also a 6. Right. Moving into the attacking line, Sterling. Sterling is just lacking confidence in my eyes. That's my opinion. Like you see that he's putting in an effort and he wants to do well. And I love the way the crowd wasn't getting on him. They were actually trying to motivate him. Every time he gets the ball, you hear a big roar. They want him to go forward. They want him to build his confidence and get back in form. Sterling is a good player. Come on, guys. Let's not be fooled here. He is a good player, right? He is 30 years old. So with that being said, he is on a downward trajectory, but still he's experienced and he still has quality, but he is lacking form because of playing time. So hopefully, as a result of most of these injuries, he does get some more time to play. So yeah, let's look forward to that, man. Like they'll get him on the field. Let's build his confidence. But I give him a 6 today. He was all right. Trossard. Trossard today, yeah, he was all right. He was okay. Gave us a goal. And just because of that, he gets an automatic 7. But I don't think he was brilliant, right? He did that Cruyff against Paro and twisted up him, then mash him up, wicked, twist him up. Yo, I think that most of that was just him being embarrassed too. Like he pretended like he got hurt. Like mash up, Jedi, mash up. Yeah, but I thought most of that was just him being embarrassed, bro. But I think he was all right. He was dangerous in small bits, but he scored a goal, and that turned out to be the winner. So yeah, he gets a 7. Havertz, man, I don't know, man. Havertz, he's what an enigma, bro. We need a striker. And I get it. Arteta, he spent 65 million on this player, bro. You have to make it work. But I feel like now he's pushing it. Like, don't get me wrong, Havertz is not a bad player. You know what I'm saying? But he is not a replacement for the player who he was trying to replace. Like, he's not a Xhaka replacement. He is not, right? And I think that's what Arteta is trying to do. He's trying to show everybody, like, I made the right decision, and you keep playing him. And once you keep doing that, bro, you're killing the player's confidence, bro. You got to give him a rest to save the player, bro. Save his credibility with the club. You keep playing him. Put him on the bench. Give him a break. Let the crowd forget about him for a little bit. Then you bring him back in. But you keep playing him over and over, and he keep missing chances. I mean, he played okay today. But we don't need okay from a player who's getting paid $250,000 a week, bro. You know what I'm saying? A player who you spend 65 million on, bro. Like you've been missing chances in the last two games. Like this was the game where you needed to show up. So you can't just be okay in a position like that, right? With all the money spent on you and all the money being paid to you. You feel me? So that's where he needs to improve on. Like, but the coach also plays a part. Like he's the manager. Arteta is the manager, and he needs to manage. Right? You need to manage players when they are also down. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to kill this guy's whole season and having the fans turn on him, which some of the fans already started to turn on him. All right. He has the potential to score goals. Last season, he did score goals. I think he scored around 15 goals last season. He's nowhere near that right now. But that's down to form, and he's not on form right now. All right. But yeah, Brea in goal had a pretty decent game. Made a couple important saves, which kept us in the game. So yeah, he gets a solid 7-2. Nothing special about what he did. Did his job. That's what he gets paid to do. He's a good goalkeeper. His quality, regardless of what people say. Sometimes his head, as every keeper in this league, man. Once you're putting the ball at your feet as a goalkeeper, you know you're prone to some madness, bro. You know what I mean? They get it wrong. That happens. You know what I mean? So nothing special today. He did his job. Solid 7. Subs that came in, Teeny. I rate Teeny, man. That a my baller. Teeny a femi baller. My Jenna that. Right? And I felt like he was very professional, man. Because for a player who seems to be out the door, you could tell when Arteta was giving him instructions, he remained very professional. Like no attitude. I didn't see any attitude. You know, he was receptive to what Arteta was telling him, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't be so receptive. You know what I'm saying? Like you kicking me out the club, bro. You haven't given me any minutes. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely looked very professional taking the instructions. So I rate that. And he came on and did a job. Like I give him a 7. He played the ball in. And to be honest, man, that chance should have been put away by Odegaard. That was a good ball in. Odegaard fluffed his lines. Again, he's down in confidence. Zinchenko came in. He was all right. I think he got slotted into the midfield. He looked okay. I think that's a position where we could explore because Zinchenko plays that position for his country. So I feel like Jorginho being injured, that's a position that he could probably fill, to be honest. Yeah, I give him a 6. Didn't really have much time to kind of stamp his authority in the game, but I felt like he did okay, so I give him a 6. Martinelli came on and Martinelli was all right, man. Like he looked dangerous at time. He gets a 6. I think his game is turning around now. I think right. He played okay in Manchester United's game. He got a rest today, came on, and he didn't look bad. I feel like if Martinelli starts to really pay attention to how he's playing, bro. I don't think he does, bro. I just think he just blindly goes out there and just run. That's how I see it sometimes. I may be wrong. But if he's slowing down and he starts thinking, man, and just play his game, bro. Just pay attention to how you play and realize when you're not playing your game and just go back to playing your game. Sometimes you got to go against what the coach says, bro. Like it's you. You're the player. You're out there. Like you need to execute. You know, say you need to do what's best for you as a player and your football career. Like that's it. You know what I mean? And I get it. You don't want to go against a coach, but like that's not your game, bro. And when Martinelli's running at players, that's his best. Like that's him being his best. But I think he came on and he did all right. So I'll give him a 6. Yeah. 3 points. All right. So we go again on Saturday. Aston Villa at home again at the Emirates. So I appreciate you guys for joining me. Listen, man, smash that like, smash that subscribe, and please, I'm asking you, comment down below, man. I'm trying to build this channel. This is a brand new channel. I'm trying to build content. I'm trying to see how far I could go with this thing because I love this club and I watch them every day. They piss me off sometimes and they give me a lot of joy sometimes. So why not let you guys have that experience too, right? Let you guys see my pain, let you guys see my joy, and hopefully this channel could grow into something that's special, all right? And you all could be there for the journey. So let me know in the comments, man. Whatever I could do to improve the channel, whatever I could do to present the content in a better way. Just constructive criticism, man. I'm all for that, bro. So just let me know. So I appreciate you guys, man. Hey, you guys have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful week. And look forward to seeing the game on the weekend, man. All right, peace and love. Bus.